morning, Laguna Woods Village, and welcome to Wellness in the Woods. Today I have a little special guest with me. Well, she's not little. She is a very important person over at Las Palmas, and I'm sure you all know where that is, right next to Gate 3 as we go into the community. She had donated for us during our last event that we had for Meals on Wheels some very nice gifts. They are beautiful calendars and dinner for two at Las Palmas. And I remember last year we talked about, and actually it was only a couple months ago, but last year we talked about the new chef that they have there. And so Pamela wants to give away these gifts that were picked from the Meals on Wheels Bazaar to two lucky people. It's, what is it, Pamela?
Dinner for two.
Dinner for two. Yes. And who are the lucky winners?
So our first is Karen Andil, and the second is Phil Silverman.
Okay.
So we're so excited to invite them to taste our cuisine, and as you mentioned, our new chef, and we even have a new pastry chef as well. So very excited.
Yes. And not only do you have a new chef, but the whole place has been remodeled as well,
yes.
No?
Our newly designed California coastal community. So anxious to show it off as well.
All right, well that is so great. And we're really appreciative. Pamela has also been doing other things here with us in the community. Like she is a laughter yoga certified teacher as well. And we will recommence our laughter classes next month in February. So look for that, the second February of the month. So Pamela has graciously decided to let us offer a free lunch or dinner. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Either
a free lunch or dinner, your choice. So for the first caller who calls in to the number here is, can you put the number on the screen? 3800182. And just tell Brittany that you're calling in for the dinner for two. The first caller will receive a free dinner. So that's our surprise for this month. So get on your phones quick. Now, let me move right into what's happening here in the village. As you know, December was kind of dark and we didn't have a lot of activities going on, and now it's January, it's a brand new year, and things are popping right, left, and center. The Nutrition Club on January the 10th, they have their first meeting, and it is What is Ketosis? Health Benefits and Risk. Okay, so this will be January the 10th at 7 p.m., Clubhouse 3, Dining Room 2. The Wellness in the Woods, they have a new special program that they are doing. Let me see, actually they have two new things that are going on. One is new and one is old. Okay, they are still continuing to do memory checkups. The memory checkups will be January the 14th as well as February the 11th. These are free, and you need to call 714-593-9630 if you'd like to have a free memory checkup. This is an ongoing, and you do need to have a reservation. And these are held at Clubhouse 2 in the restaurant in room 2 at the 19th hole. The Mantra Meditation Club is also wishing you a very happy new year, and they are starting off on January the 13th from 3 to 5 in the Performing Arts Center in Dining Room 2. They will have a meditation and vegetarian supper. Okay, the flyer that is currently in the community is yellow, so look for that and get your reservation. They also have a candlelight meditation on Wednesday, the 23rd of January. So there are two great events that they're having. The Mindful Eating Club, they are active as usual. And let's say, they say the restaurant outing for Monday, January the 21st, it's lunch, 12 o'clock at Urban Plates. Oh, I went there. Oh my God, their food was great. So it's in Aliso Viejo, and it just happened to have gone. I didn't really read this until this very, very second. But it's a great place and really good, healthy food. The RSVP must be noon Saturday prior to the outing. You can call or text Nancy at 503-819-5204. And that outing is on January the 21st. I love this. Exercise with Praise. They are continuing to have, be healthy with your body, your mind, and your soul. Come and join in. These classes are free. They are Thursday mornings from 8 to 10 p.m. And this is January the 17th, the 24th, and the 31st of January. So get out there. And it looks like the association, there's a new flyer out on January the 22nd. Classes are starting, Qigong classes. So look for the flyer, okay? It's out in the community now, sponsored by our own GRF Recreation Department. Then the last one I have on my pile, all these are just happening in January, so you're going to be busy. Come and join for more healthy exercise if you're looking for ways to keep physically and mentally alert and active. Okay, these exercises first will be chair exercises, and then there will be mental games that we will be playing. Your first class is free, and this is at Clubhouse 2 in the Los Olivos room on January the 14th. And then the following class, if you missed that one, will be February the 11th. And this is from 10 a.m. to 11:15, again at Clubhouse 2. So there are a lot of things going on. I want to thank you, Pam, for coming.
Absolutely.
And let's see who calls in. Get a free dinner for two. All right, thanks a lot, and we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Well, welcome back. We have a very, very special guest with us today. Her name is Karen, and she is an alchemist. Now, we'll find out what an alchemist is, but first let me tell you, I knew nothing about the things that she does, and I'm learning as well. But one thing I do know, it works extremely well, because I had the most horrific toothache, and she gave me a little paste to put on my tooth, and immediately it stopped. And with the holiday season just having passed, oh my God, I was constantly breaking down and eating sweets, and I just resorted to a little bit of this pink cream that she gave me, and it would just disappear again, the toothache. So I am happily past the whole entire holiday season painless, and which is a really great thing when you have a tooth that's bothering you. So let me introduce her to you and find out exactly, Karen, what is alchemy?
Well, Leslie,
what is it? Yes.
Alchemy is an old world forerunner to our modern chemistry.
Okay, that's correct. Okay.
And
I can see that.
It is, many people believe that it is the pursuit of finding a universal elixir. Mm-hmm. And the mysteries of alchemy are in the transformation from nothing into matter. So from nothing
creating
comes
something.
This magical elixir that you can use for endless, in endless ways that are, in my opinion, extremely beneficial and natural.
Yes, now obviously we didn't get a chance to talk a lot beforehand,
Right.
But I would love to have you actually come and do a seminar on some of the ways that we can actually use the alchemy and in our own lives, because I see that it works.
I believe it's a really current solution to bridging our ancient past with our destined futures. That it is something ancient and also futuristic, that is natural, that somewhere got lost along the way, that people are really excited about finding again and using.
Well, no, I'm definitely excited about it.
Really?
You know, how can we actually in the 21st century, how can we bring this to, you know, to reality? I mean, I know that people are always on the internet, but this is so much deeper. And, you know, what should we do? How can you explain how people can do that?
I'm trying to bring it into people's awareness. How do you know that you need something you don't know about?
Right.
How do you trust something you know nothing about? So first, I believe that it's a way that we can continue to share what is naturally healing to us, and still incorporate the modern advancements, the technologies, how fast we're moving, with something that actually, what I make in terms of alchemy is called ormus. It's
Okay.
orbitally rearranged monatomic elements that are floating in the air, that according to an ancient recipe, during the full moon, I prepare various ancient solutions and mix them at the time that the moon is reaching a fullness. It is known as manna in the Bible. It's something more than grandma's old-fashioned salt gargle or baking soda gargle, and you can use it not only physically, but also to meditate, and it clears your physical body.
Oh, really? How can you use it just to meditate? That's interesting, too.
That it comes from the universe when light is vibrating at a high frequency actually stimulates our light body,
Right.
our aura, our magnetic body. So while we're cleansing our physical body, we're also coming into balance with our light body, which is our immortal body. And we begin to perceive, or have the ability to perceive, from both our physical body and from our infinite magnetic body, which is part of who we are.
Right.
And
Our soul.
it's not a lost art, but most people think that they need many, many hours of meditation and stillness to achieve that, whereas the use of ormus enhances that naturally.
So it doesn't take quite as long to arrive at a more spiritual level.
I've had people consume the ormus and tell me that they felt like they saw the whole universe and understood the meaning of life. I've had people call me and tell me, and for coaching, you know, because it is not exactly what we've been taught in the mainstream, but it is a natural part of who we are.
Yes. Well, you know, we have body, soul. You know, I mean, everyone knows that. It's not just our physical body that we're concerned about.
Absolutely.
So, how did you actually get involved and become an alchemist?
I used to be an international wine consultant.
Ah.
And I realized at the time that one of the sacramental elements of wine, which is how it began, is that the wine is taken from the grapes, which are pulling up energy from the whole universe through the earth into its roots, into the grape, and that there was laws about how to make wine. And why, I believe, is because way back when, you let your defenses down and you then could receive something universal in the intoxication of the wine.
Yes.
So I
I
think
mean,
that-
it was definitely used as a sacrament with the church
Yes.
for years and years.
And I became allergic to it and found a water that had this ormus in it.
Ah.
And I found that the conversation I was wanting to have in wine was actually much more possible through the water that had the element of this Ethereum ormus.
Oh.
It had
so
a mouthfeel, it had, it opened on your front palate, it splashed across your mid palate, it went down like a perfect wine, and then you could feel the hydration.
Ah.
And that's how it pulls toxins. It's so hydrating.
Yes, yes. And that's a miracle in itself that it can actually pull the toxins from your body.
That's right.
So we are going to definitely have to connect with my children because during the holiday season, one of them had a breakout on his face. And I remember that you had said that, so I took the little pink salve and I put it all over, so they're all walking around with little spots on their face.
How did it work?
I haven't seen the kids
Oh,
since
okay.
Christmas, but I'm definitely interested to find
Yeah.
out, because they were all into it, you know, and when I explained what I knew, they were like, oh, well, let me try, you know.
It's amazing how much it does benefit on a physical level. The only thing that I found that I've used it on that I wouldn't use it on again is my hair. It's a drying element, but besides that,
It just pulls.
I use it for open cuts, burns, rashes, inflammation.
Well, I did try it also after that on my skin, just to see it. It works a great facial
Oh, absolutely.
as well.
It's a
That was
tightening,
amazing. Yeah, it tightened up
wrinkle
everything really.
reducing,
Yeah,
light peel.
yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible. So, just for yourself, what effects has it actually had on your life? For you, I mean, have you had a lot of benefit from this? I mean, besides the pleasure of helping other people?
Yeah, that is one of the benefits I love, is bringing something to people that across the board is beneficial to them. I find that it's something I trust. I know that there aren't things that I don't know that
Yeah.
are in. When I feel compromised,
You
it's
mean-
my first go-to.
You mean, like, say, for instance, you look at any object that you may buy in the store and it has a million things and you don't really know what's in it.
That's correct.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
found that I could not trust my toiletries about 10 years ago. And I really longed to find something that was,
Pure.
and I can use it as a toothpaste, I can use it as a gargle, I can use it as a facial cleanser, I can use it as a facial toner, I can use it as a facial mask, I can use it like Bactine, I can gargle with it like salt or baking soda. I don't know what I'd do without it. It's a toxic world, you know, there are
Yeah, it
toxic
is.
elements,
Yeah.
and I feel that it protects me from pollution.
Yeah. And there is just so much of that in our world that it's not funny, you know.
And I like having something that I can trust to share. I think it's something that we should have all learned how to make in elementary school for our wellness.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that we should learn how to do from elementary
Yes,
school.
absolutely.
That seems to be lost.
Right.
you
I think
know,
that a lot
nowadays.
is coming back to us now because we realize that I think that the mindset is that we can trust ourselves, that we can recognize from our intuition what's good for us,
Right.
and we can have access to that. That's one of the beautiful things about the modern world that we're living in and the futuristic society, that we can choose. But the effect that it's had on me is I feel that it balances between linear time and my mortality, my awareness of also infinite truths in the universe, and that I can use that knowledge in my awareness to navigate myself through a lot of things that previously were a little confusing and fragmenting. It made me feel whole.
So this that you brought a little sample here,
Mm-hmm.
can you tell us a little bit about this?
This is Ormus.
Is this for like drinking? Oh, I see. Oh my God.
Right, okay. You see,
Yes.
there's an anti-gravity.
I can see that
It's-
it's kind of floating.
It's like a cloud in
Yeah.
a jar. It's
Yeah.
like I've captured an atmosphere, which is,
Yeah, that's amazing.
yeah, isn't it? And it's very salty at first, and I dilute it with distilled water in order to make it digestible, but it's topical and digestible. The saltier it is, the more I use it topically. And sometimes I marinate it with old world things like lavender or holy tulsi, basil, all things that are ancient but still modern.
But whole, yes, completely.
Good for your heart, good for your immune system, and I bathe in it and I drink it.
So it
And
can
I'm
be used
teaching
for-
people how to use it,
Yeah, that's the important thing, is to teach people how to use it.
that
so
it exists.
That it even exists. And it actually comes from a rock?
It comes from salt.
It comes from salt. Okay.
Salt and highly refined water.
Oh, okay.
And I have tried to extract it from the atmosphere when the moon is not full, and nothing came out.
And nothing came out.
Right. It's
Wow.
very interesting, yeah. There's something about mythology and speaking with the stars that is really real, that somehow in the mainstream of modern society, in the industrial age and the age of technology, we haven't quite incorporated a universal way of being
That's
that
true.
is
That's true.
actually on its way back, because we need it to remain human.
Well, the other thing, I mean, for people who are Christian, like myself, I mean, there's a whole philosophy in the relationship between you and God, who created the universe.
In multi-religions, there is that philosophy.
And it's very important, because if you learn to pray about everything and worry about nothing,
Right.
then you are in a good spot.
Right.
But if you're nervous and worry about everything, I mean, we really need to go back to the ancient philosophy of the world.
Yes.
So I think it's very, very important that people learn how to take care of their bodies,
Well,
which is their temple.
you're a testament to that it addressed your pain, that you've got something that you can help your children and people that you care about,
Exactly.
that it's something it's not just mysterious and fascinating, it's simple.
It's simple.
And sometimes some of the most sophisticated things are simple.
Karen, thank you so much for coming, and
My pleasure.
we really look forward to having you here in the village, and I know that people are going to be excited about finding out more.
One of the reasons why I'm so excited about bringing it to the village is because I feel that your community has such a high level of intellect and intent on continued wellness for longevity.
This
that I
is
can-
very true. This is very
really
true.
happy to work with the community.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is true. So, we'll be right back. Don't go away. Well, welcome back. And today we had a lot of cooking to do, so we couldn't actually do it here on set, so we had to bring the food in. I'd like to introduce with you Shaina.
Hello.
She is actually the wife of Dev, who is they are owners of the Royal Rasoi restaurant, where we get the most delicious, authentic Indian food. And first of all, Shaina, I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you, ma'am.
And second, thank you for helping us with our last event with the Indian Swami who came, and then of course she prepared a fabulous Indian banquet for everyone that day. But the reason I invited her today was because a lot of people asked me, what are some of the spices that they use to make this food taste so delicious? So could you tell us a little bit about some of the main ingredients and how you start some of these delicious dishes?
Yeah, let me start first that Indian food is based on the naturopathy. Like the Asians believe a body should be healthy not only with the medicine, but we should start on day-to-day consumption of the herbs and the spices we use.
Right.
So this is the reason we started adding the spices to the Indian food. That not only increase the taste, but it increase the medicinal part of the body too.
Right, so the medicinal facts
Yes,
as
medicinal
well,
facts, yeah.
they help with the spices. And
Yes.
that's exactly what our residents want to know. What spices do you actually use?
We start our food first is the cumin seeds.
The
which
cumin
is
seed,
cumin
okay.
seeds. And besides the cumin seeds, this is garlic, this is ginger, this is onion, and turmeric. As you know that this is part of the body and essential, and it has its own medicinal effects as antioxidant, it's immune boosting, and ginger garlic, like anti-cholesterol. And this is how it's going to put a good effect on the body on day to day. We cannot consume it in one go. So with food, we are consuming a little bit of it. It's how it works. Not a
Right.
sudden, but slowly.
Right, so little by little as we
Yes.
take the turmeric or the
Yes.
cumin. Now, how do you actually use, you said cumin seeds, right?
Yeah.
So where do you find cumin seeds? I mean, we see cumin powder all the time.
Yeah, cumin powder itself is good, but when we start the food, the first thing, when we heat up the oil, the first thing we do is little pinch of cumin seed. Start when we prepare the food. We always put into the heated oil.
Okay,
That's
and
how
then?
then onion, then garlic and ginger in paste form, and then we start the main course, main
Okay,
ingredients.
Okay, and then what about the turmeric? Everyone is so, oh, turmeric this, turmeric that. So
Yeah.
do you use that in powder form or do you use actually the root?
We use in powder form. We use the root, we grind it, we make a powder, and we add a little bit of turmeric is always added to our food. It's not completed without turmeric.
Oh, okay, so that's the not the first, but
Yes.
it has to be there before you end.
Yes, very
Oh,
true. It
okay.
has to be added, not for the color, but for the taste. And we know that it has its own good and medicinal effect on the body.
As
So-
well, yes.
Yes.
Definitely, definitely. So we can see just from the color, this one is a little bit more orange color.
Yeah.
So why is the spice like that? Why is the color like that?
Other than cumin, we add a little bit of natural colors. We
Mm-hmm.
try. We have different kind of spices, like paprika itself.
Oh,
it has its own
okay,
color.
okay.
We add to specify this is chicken tikka masala.
Chicken
that
tikka
has its
masala,
own
okay.
color, its own aroma, and it is different from other. If you
It's
taste,
different from everything
yes.
else. Oh, okay. All right. We're going to try that in a
Yeah,
second.
please.
And then this one here, which is also a little bit of similar color, but it's not quite as dark. This one is garlic.
It's garlic mushroom.
Oh, I love the garlic mushroom.
Garlic itself is very good in taste. Garlic itself, same like for the people have blood pressure, they have been told to consume 2 garlic cloves in a day. But we add garlic so anyone can have it. They're having something good, tasty, but it's not medicine.
It's not medicine. Okay. And this one here,
It's spinach and
Uh-huh.
cottage cheese.
spinach and cottage cheese. Now, do
Yes.
you make the cheese? Is it?
Yeah, we make the cheese in the restaurant. It's always made because we believe everything should be made by hand. It should be totally in-house made.
So we have our vegetables and homemade fresh
Yes.
cheese every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Palak cheese is the one if you eat it, you feel like home and you're consuming totally good, healthy food.
I can't wait to taste it. And this is what we call dal.
Lentil, yellow
Lentils?
dal.
Okay,
It's
yellow
lots
dal.
of protein. Like we say, without dal, Indian food is never completed.
Okay, so you get your protein from
Yes.
this. So even if you're vegetarian,
Yes.
that's where you get a lot of your protein.
Lot of protein, yeah. Every day, it's part of meal. This is the essential part of Indian food.
Right. And then, of course, I have hidden behind here, okay, in this container, I'm going to put this down for a second. I have some samosas, which are
This is
traditional.
appetizer.
These are
Traditional
appetizer.
appetizer is taken during tea time, and this is one of the way to welcome our guest.
This is, let's see if you can recognize the name of this. Does anybody know what this is? It is tandoori chicken. This is made in a traditional oven.
Oven clay, yes.
A clay oven on a daily basis. So this is a very special treat. So before I go, there's just a couple of things I wanted to say about information that I have seen in the New York Times, as well as, don't forget, our very first health fair is going to be February the 16th. And we have a new little mascot that will be greeting you at the door. And we will have several people that are going to be speaking. Karen will be there, she'll be speaking. Sunny will be there doing free ear exams. Darla may be there as well. We'll have a great lunch for you that day. Just so many things are going to happen on December the 16th. So remember, it is the month of love. So come out and enjoy the day with us. That will be Saturday, February the 16th.